So everyone talks about saving, investing, and making money, but no one ever tells you about the hardest part. And let me tell you, it's not what you think. Yeah, so in this video, we're going to be talking about the hardest part about making money that no one ever tells you about. And trust me, I can relate, and I know you must have had your fair share of this experience or the things I'm going to be talking about in this video. So you might want to watch through to the end because we're in it together. The first common problem that I see that or I have faced while on my journey to building wealth is the problem of having discipline and consistency. And I know many people can relate to this because having discipline to say you will constantly be investing every single month, constantly be saving every month, and especially when you are coming from a place where you are used to the lifestyle of maybe you love to buy designer things or you just love to shop, but then all of a sudden you are not having to build discipline because you are not used to this thing, but now you have to be very disciplined in saving, in investing, especially when you're investing, let's say in the stock market. You know that with stock market is a 50-50 thing, so you're basically putting your money into the wind. It might yield you something good, it might just be looking at the graph going down. Even though stock is a long-term game and all that, yes, they're saying you have to leave it for a very long term. We all know that, but it's still very hard to be seeing your money going down, especially when you've been very disciplined in saving money and being consistent with it at that. And I know many of you can relate to this because maybe one month like this you just say, oh, I have this thing I want to buy, oh, can't this stock market just wait? I know because I have been there, and sometimes I still find myself there, even when over time I've just built this discipline of saying that, okay, I have a journey that I am on, so I'm going to be more consistent, more disciplined in my journey. But that still does not deter you from saying that, this month, let me get this thing I want and just leave stock because we are in this life to enjoy while still planning for the future. You remember I told you that I'm all about work-life balance. So sometimes I still find myself there, but having to walk through it and being disciplined enough to say that, okay, even when I'm saying that I'm not going to be investing this month, I will make sure that it only ends at me saying I will not invest this month. So the next time I definitely have to, continue with my journey because it is not an easy one, trust me, I know. Because I'm there and I keep experiencing different things that will just make me to say that, let me just postpone this my goal, or let me just postpone what I'm doing to achieve my ultimate goal. So if you're in this, I want to hear from you in the comments because I know that I'm not the only one. Trust me, I know that one. Being disciplined and consistent enough to say you're investing every day. We're in it together. Please let me know in the comments. Let me know that I'm not going crazy. Next is practicing delayed gratification. So nobody really tells you that, like I just said, in a month you might just say you don't want to invest and push it to the next month. But learning that you have to practice delayed gratification when you're on a journey to financial freedom is something that every now and then I still fall because I'll be saying I don't want to be planning for a future that I'm not sure of, so I have to still try and enjoy. But then the trick to this is like trying to have a balance between planning for the future while still living in the present. But then there are still some things that you have to practice delayed gratification on, especially when you have a very big goal, like you want to be a very rich person, and then you are trying to get those things that is supposed to be in your future now, especially those things that in your daily life, like it's not supposed to be something that you are supposed to be having right now. I don't know if you're getting what I'm saying. Just let me know in the comments so that I know that I'm not, saying something abstract. But I know that I've definitely faced the issue of, saying that, okay, sometimes I want some of these things now so that I can have that balance and not feel like I'm being left out on anything. But learning that I have to delay some things that will gratify me now for the future is something that I had to learn the hard way. Yes, I wouldn't say it was easy to learn because it is kind of hard. Sometimes you just want to, enjoy now and still believe that you can achieve these things in the future while it is possible. But I believe even in those situations of enjoying now while planning for the future, you can always still try and delay some things so that it will not deter you, it will not stop your journey or slow down your journey to that your ultimate goal. Self-doubt and comparison. Guys, we're all in this one together. Like sometimes I'll just be thinking like, is this journey I'm on something that is really achievable? Can I really achieve this in 6 years? Because now this year I'll be turning 34, and in 6 years I'm supposed to have this $1 million. Like, is it really something that is attainable? So I always still find that, I still find myself feeling that self-doubt. And especially when you now see other people that it feels like, so I recently, because of, like, how I've created my TikTok now, I now see a lot of people that are maybe like Alex on a budget, Bradley on a budget, like all these type of videos, and it now feels like these people are way ahead of you and they are the same age as you. Like, am I really doing something right, or am I just talking about it and not really doing anything about it? While you can only work at the pace at which your finances can even allow, sometimes you still find yourself feeling this self-doubt and comparing yourself to others. But trust me, like, we're all on a separate journey. I'm coming to terms with that. So even though I get to 40 and maybe things happen and I don't achieve this goal on that mark of 40, it still does not mean that I will not say that, okay, because this is the issue, I will not leave that goal alone and just start living life anyhow I want. But having a goal makes you to work towards that goal in the first place. So I'm currently on the journey. Who knows? Maybe I might just land one big contract and I'll achieve my goal even in a year's time. That's very possible. I'm not leaving anything out. I believe it can still happen. So I'm I'm going to keep my goal and I'm going to keep working at it. Financial setbacks. Like I said, you might be saying, you have this goal, but then you don't put into consideration the fact that, maybe you might have setbacks here and there. Maybe the things is not going how you planned it. And now, like, your goal is being set back. You have to put those things into consideration. It is one of the problems that people don't really talk about. So sometimes you might be having this big goal, but then there's this life happens, and then some things will just slow you down, or some things can even hasten it up. But you have to put into consideration that there can be some financial setbacks. Maybe somebody in your family is sick, the money that you have been saving, you now have to use it to, like, tend to these issues. So these things can happen. At least it is one of the problems that I see that people don't really talk about, but it can definitely influence how your journey to financial freedom is going. And lastly, loneliness in the journey. Guys, yeah, sometimes I feel very lonely on this journey because it feels like my goal is even too big, or too big than, like, I can even imagine. But that is the thing. I have to, set goals that are very big so that, I can work as hard as I need to achieve that big goal. But now on TikTok, like, I have a TikTok channel, where I talk about all these finance related things, or what I'm doing to $1 million. And I see people saying that, they are interested in joining me on my journey. And I feel like I'm creating this family that, I'm very happy creating. Like, everybody, we're all on the same page in this space, and I find myself very happy about that. Feeling loneliness in a journey, especially a financial one that people can't relate to, can sometimes be, draining. But in your little circle, when you talk about what you're trying to achieve, you find that there are people that are willing to, follow you on that journey. It might not be easy at first, but it is something that is definitely doable. And I'm finding that it is beginning to be more or less of a lonely journey for me. But it is one problem that people don't really talk about when they're talking about the issue of financial journeys, or being on a financial journey. When I'm talking about these problems now, there are some things that you now come to realize that can aid your journey to financial freedom or make your journey easier. And the first is that 80% of success is about mindset, while 20% is about strategies. People don't really talk about this, like, because now we are having this, okay, I say I will save this month, I will save this certain percentage, I will invest this percentage, I will do this, I will do that. Yes, while you are doing all of that in place, but do you really believe that you can make money? Do you really believe that you can achieve this $1 million before 40? Trust me, I know that, sometimes you might even find your belief shaking, but you have to know that, 80% of success is mindset. That is very important. Success will require you to be saying more no than yes. An online shop will be telling you, this cloth is very good for you, this handbag will add to your aesthetics, this one will do this to you. But then you have to learn to say no, like we talked about delayed gratification. Because if you are saying yes to everything, guy, you will definitely find yourself slowing down on your journey, a journey that you are supposed to be more excited about. But then, these things are coming here and there, being thrown at you and making you, if you are saying yes all the time, you find your money or your savings depleting. I know. And guys, I will not say that, cleared for this, because there's a video I'm going to be making that you might be wondering, like, did I really make this choice to do this when I'm the one that's telling you that, I'm saving, I'm doing this, I'm doing that? But then sometimes these things are very necessary, and I'll be sharing that video with you very soon. Patience and discipline outweighs quick wins. Being patient is something that you have to learn. I've talked about it before. Patience returns to your middle name, because it is not easy, guys. I know it is not easy. Like, being on the financial journey, you have to be more patient. So just like we talked about delayed gratification, you have to delay some of the things that you would have, just naturally wanted for the future, because you have a goal, because that money that you're supposed to spend on that thing, it will stop or delay your journey to, your ultimate goal. Your environment plays a huge role in your financial journey. We've talked about this several times now. Your friends, the people you interact with, the people you talk with, are they just mediocre people, or are they aiding your journey to that, your ultimate goal? If you have a goal and you know that the people around you do not share the same vision, you better either keep that goal in one corner, or you keep those friends in one corner, because they are definitely going to influence your journey. I just said, let me tell you. First is to shift your mindset. Your mindset matters, it influences a lot of things, and the belief you have towards money, nature will help you to work towards it, to either be positive one or a negative one. So your mindset definitely matters. I know you must have heard of this a million times, but your financial bestie is now telling you that your belief towards money is very important, and it can influence your journey, or at least I've learned that it definitely has an impact. So you might want to think about it, shift your mindset, and you find that your strategies will start working better. You even create better strategies to aid your journey. Have a strong support system. Put yourself in the space of people who have like minds, even when their goals are not exactly the same, but let it be something similar. Like, now we're talking, bestie to bestie on how to make money. I'm your bestie. So you might have like the mediocre friends offline, but try and create people that are aiding your journey or pushing you towards your goal online. So it will definitely help you on your journey. Develop systems, not goals. Setting goals is one thing, but creating systems that will help you to achieve those your goals is another thing. When we talk about systems, like now you have this big goal, quite all right, but focus more on the systems, because you need to create a system for saying that every month I'm going to be saving a certain amount, every month I'm going to be investing a certain amount, every month I'm going to be earning so amount as extra. So these are the systems you have to create to make your journey easier, or at least smoother. Unlike if you are just focusing on your goals, but you are not creating the ways, or putting in place things that you need to be able to achieve that goal, you find that your goal is just a goal. So you need to focus more on the systems you are creating around your goals rather than on the goals. Embrace some lifestyle changes. One of the things that we'll talk about when it comes to this idea of lifestyle changes is having to learn to be contented with what you have while still working towards your goals. Most times we tend to compare ourselves a lot, especially with the influence of social media and all that, but learning that you have to be contented with what you have, even when you see these things, and being human, you might be influenced by them, use them as motivation, inspiration, to help you to try and achieve what your ultimate goal. Don't just look at them and keep comparing yourself. The energy you're using to compare yourself, you would have used it to do something better. Am I saying something? Somebody say hallelujah. Let me know in the comments if you agree with this statement I'm making. And you have to shift your mindset from more of spending and more of creating avenues for you to create more wealth. So, like we've talked about, mindset, strategies, those two things are important. But one thing that will definitely aid your journey or make it easier is to learn how to earn more money. The more you are earning, the more you are closer to the goal you have achieved, you have set for yourself. So making money is not easy, but with some lifestyle changes, you can definitely achieve it. So let me know in the comments, what's the hardest part you feel you've experienced when on your journey to building wealth? Like, I know I'm not in this alone. This is a general problem, or at least most times people really just they gloss over the idea of making money. They don't really tell you the things that are going to influence your journey, the things that are going to set you back. Like, life can happen. Do you have the right mindset? Is your lifestyle the same as the person that's telling you about these things? So these are some of the problems that can definitely occur. But I would love to hear from you in the comments. What do you think is the hardest part about building wealth? Because I know I'm not in this alone. But if you are ready to build wealth, you might want to click that like button to this video, subscribe to the channel, join the family, because on here I'm your financial bestie, and I'll tell you as it is. I'm on a journey as well. definitely I'll teach you everything I'm learning on my journey. So if you're interested in all of that, you might want to click this video here. Anywhere you see these videos, just click on it because it will definitely help you on your journey to financial freedom. I've made sure it does. I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.